am the plug right now, y'all. It's 1 o'clock in the morning here in Bali, and I just felt led to hop on here. Hello. You are in the right place at the right time. I'm not going to be on here for long, you guys, because as you may or may not know, I live in Bali, Indonesia, and right now it's 1:40 a.m. in the morning. And I don't think I've ever in my history of being an entrepreneur the last 20 years have I hopped on a live at 1:30 in the morning. So if you don't know anything about me, when I have an opportunity that I know will change your life, I'm going to share it. I'm not going to gatekeep it at all. And I want to share it with you guys because it's free. And it's two things that can literally save your life, all right? So, and I'm not going to be long, so just pay attention. Again, I'm not gonna gatekeep. I'm gonna share this information with you. Whatever you do with it is what you do with it. I am not gonna want more for you more than you want for yourself. Okay, so I don't mind leaving people behind. Okay, so the information I'm about to give to you are secrets. Can save your life, can save your quality of life, could propel you like the trajectory of where you even thought you would be or could be financially. You could surpass that easily with this resource I'm about to share with you. Okay, so 1, trading. Now stick with me. These are two totally opposite things, but they are aligned. You know, when we're talking about health and wealth, if you know anything about me, that's what I'm about, health and wealth. Okay, so with trading, there is a free he calls it Yes Vember. There is a free resource for trading. If you don't know what trading is, that means that you are, and you don't even have to use your own money, that you are making money in the stock market. There's one thing to invest, which can take 20 years, and then there's another thing to trade that can take 20 minutes. You can make a certain amount of money in 20 years, or you can make a certain amount of money in 20 minutes, okay? Today, I just made $1,000 in 5 minutes. All right. So, trading is you betting on the market going up or down. So it's one of the only things that you can really do that will position yourself to be safe either way. Right. The world is changing. All right. The world is changing, and it's changing really fast. And what I'm afraid is that a lot of us are going to wake up and it's going to bite us because we put all our eggs in one basket. Okay. So there's a free resource to learn how to trade for the entire month of November. For the entire month of November, there is a genius in the trading space. And I've been there 5 days. I've been in the group, the trading group. There's Zoom calls every morning and every evening. Every morning and every evening, this man gets on a Zoom call and literally teach you how to trade. Not just teach you, but actually calls out the trade so you can make money. And if you don't make money, he asks before he dismisses everybody. It's like 200 people on the Zoom calls. He asks before he dismisses everyone, is there anybody in the red? Is there anybody in the negative? Which means, is there anybody here that hasn't made money? And he will single-handedly customize a trade for you so that you do not leave that call without making money. Okay. So comment the word trade, and I'm going to send you everything. I'm going to send you the way to sign up. Now, I don't know what goes on in your head, but I'm telling you right now, my superpower is that I'm a strategic foresight thinker. Okay, I can usually see in the future. There's no other way to say it, right? And so I'm usually strategically planning to brace for what I feel like is going to come in the future. And I do not want y'all to wake up and not have no other option. I've been a businesswoman. I've been a businesswoman for 20 years. 20 years. And I have never ran across an opportunity like that. So I've taught myself how to trade. Those of you may not know me. If you're a new follower, welcome. Those of you that may not know me, I'm the Hair Growth Capital of the World CEO. I've been in the hair growth space for a very, very, very long time. I've helped thousands of women grow their hair, and now I teach other hair professionals how to help their customers hair grow. But during my journey, just burnout, this is why I live in Bali right now. I just learned that being whole is the goal. And so all these years as a single mother, I've been working really hard. I'm repairing my nervous system here in Bali, and not to mention that my business was stolen, but we're not going to talk about that. That's a whole other topic. Okay. So I taught myself in trading. During that process, I've always wanted to learn how to do it, but my mind made me feel like I just didn't have time to do it. This is not the time to think like that. I thought like that 3 years ago. Right now, it's not the time to think like that, especially when you have a free resource. So he gives you a free course, and he does Zoom calls every morning and every night for you to learn how to trade. And so my advice would be to absolutely open yourself up to the possibility, because like I said, it's the only way that you can make money from the market, no matter if it goes up or it goes down. Okay, so I'm going to put that out there. If you have any questions while I'm on live about the trading, you can ask me right now. Feel free, because I understand. I get it. So it may be a totally new territory for you. It was totally new for me, and I spent quite a bit of time learning. So I'm coming to the table with a little bit of skill. But there's a lot of people, out of 200 people in there, probably half of the people have never traded ever before. Okay, so just comment the word trade, and I will send you the information for that. It's very simple to sign up. So do not waste do not take advantage right now. Get signed up. You'll get an email to all the Zoom calls. You'll get an email to the course. You can go into the course. You can hop on every morning, every night, or whenever it's convenient for you, and you can start learning how to do this so you can save your life and your family financially. Not just save it, but propel it. All right. If you have any questions about that, about my experience, I've been in the trading room. It's called Yes Vember. So he is literally, you don't have to sell it. You don't have to get a number of people in there. This is not that. Okay. This is not that. This man is genuinely, I'm hardly ever impressed, and I'm just shocked that he is spending 2-3 hours every morning, every night with 200 energies, 200 people, and teaching them how to make money. Not even teaching them, single-handedly making sure that everybody that leaves there who is actively trading is making money. Some people are watching and kind of learning and simulating, and some people are in the meat of it. I'm in the meat of it. And so I've been in there for 5 days. I came in there the first 2 days and I watched, because before I say anything, like before I make any decision, I have to observe and I have to meditate on it. So I observed, I meditated on it, and I said, when I make a decision, I commit to it. So first 2 days I watched. The next 3 days I jumped right in and I started trading. And so I made $1,000 every day for the 3 days I've been in there. So 3,011. And so now I've passed an evaluation count. A combine account is what you call it. So I'm not using my money to trade. You can use other people's money to make money. All right. So again, I am putting a seed in you right now. You take the seed and you grow it. All right. Start looking up trading on YouTube, trading for beginners. Like, start feeding yourself this information, because I do believe this is one skill. One of the biggest questions I get is, what can I do in Bali to make money? Or what can I do if I move out of the country? How can everybody's dependent on a 9 to 5 or somebody to hire them. Why don't you empower yourself to make money on your own, is my question. This is an opportunity. No, it's not. It's not gambling. This is a legal way. This is a legal way. This is backed by thousands real life companies. Okay. Trading resources, trading gas, trading rice, trading gold, trading crypto. Okay, this is not gambling. This is not gambling. You can consider it a gamble because when it comes down to it, it's a bet. You're betting that the market is going to go up, or you're betting that the market is going to go down, and you make money depending on the bet. Okay. There's so much to know about this. There's so much to learn about it. But this is why I'm just putting it out there for you. Just hop on the call and just watch it. He always says you can ask as many questions as you want. Literally, ask as many. He says it all the time. I think a lot of people are like afraid. Oh, I don't want to annoy you. He said, I don't care about you annoying me. I haven't had dinner with my family in the last 3 weeks. We knew this was going to happen. Annoy me, right? So you can ask as many questions as you want, and he's going to give you the resources that you need. Okay. So like I said, it's just a seed. It's no pressure. Like I said in the beginning, you can do what you want with this information. I am never going to gatekeep. This is an opportunity you're never going to run across. You're never going to run across an opportunity like this, where you can have a coach, somebody that's guiding you, giving the resources for free, spending 6 hours a day with you, and making sure that you leave the Zoom call with money. All right. I'm never going to gatekeep. I'm never going to push you or force you to do anything that you don't feel led to do. I don't mind leaving people behind. I don't mind it. Okay, you gotta want more for you than I want more for you. All right, but I did wanted to share that. It's 1:30 in the morning, 1:40 in the morning here in Bali, and I've been up doing a lot of things. I got off the call a couple hours ago. I've been handling stuff in America for a while now, which is why I'm up. I've never hopped on a live at 1:40 in the morning ever in my history of being an entrepreneur. So I really felt led to share this information. So just comment the word trade if anything resonates with you, if you want to learn. Okay, so that's one thing I wanted to share with you. And again, that's free for the month of November. It's completely free. So you got about 2.5 more weeks, about 2 weeks, 2.5 more weeks to take it at full advantage of it. All right. So is it an investment to get on the Zoom? No, free. If it was an investment, I wouldn't be on this live at 1:40 in the morning. No. Totally free. You don't have to sell it. He doesn't even sell you anything on the call. He has courses and, private rooms. He never mentions it. He is literally giving back to the community. It's called Yes Vember. He wants you to say yes to yourself, because this man is literally making $100,000 a month trading an hour a day, literally. So he's really a genius. He's called so many trades, and in 5 days, literally so many trades. I think he maybe called maybe 1 or 2 that went in a different direction, where maybe 2 or 3 people lost money, and he made sure that they left that call with money in their pocket. All right. So no investments. Let me see the question. Do I need to invest in it? No investment. Totally free. Comment the word trade. This is how the banks make money. Exactly. They trade the money we have in our bank account. Yes, you go put your checks into that bank account. They don't even give you no interest rate. They using your money to lend out to somebody else for a home, to lend out for somebody to start a business, and you ain't making no money off of that. You're not making any money off of that. So yes, that is a great point, Toya. Always seems like everyone teaches too fast. This is why. Okay, so let me just be honest about this. So when he gets on a call, there's moments where he's slow and there's moments where he's fast. It's really up to you to be courageous enough to kind of set the tone. He usually always starts out asking, does anyone have any questions before we get started? Boom, there is your opportunity. Okay, scared money does not make any money. Scared money does not make any money. If you are not willing to speak up, you are not willing to get it. You gotta speak. I don't care. I've never cared about annoying people. I pride myself on annoying people. I want to annoy you because I know I have to speak up in order to get the information that I need. I'm the one that's gonna have my when everybody ready to go. And they say, you have any questions? I'm the one that's going to put my hands up. I don't care who I annoy, because I need to get the information that I need, because I have a goal, I have an intention, and I intend on getting it. And I'm not going to let any of y'all stop me from doing that. I'm not going to put y'all before me, right? So you just have to be courageous enough to ask the question. It's 200 people in that room and it's growing by the day. And I don't know when he's going to cut it off. But do not be afraid to do that. You know, unmute yourself and ask the question. If you're new, say, hey, I am completely new to this. What advice do you have to help me navigate the beginning of this journey, the beginning of this process? I just gave you your first question. And you may look up and somebody may already ask that question and you just listen in, okay? Like I said, he has a course that comes with this. So once you register, if you comment trade and you actually register, you're going to get a free course that it says Trading for Beginners. It's a 2-hour video for free, y'all. So please take advantage. How does that work with using someone else's money? So, so you'll have, there's a lot of, they call them prop firms. And so you can sign up for a prop firm and get like so for example, and they have different prices and they always have promotions and sales. But right now, so I paid $49 for a $50,000 funded combine account. That's what they call it, combine account. So combine means that I'm going to give you this money, but you have to show me that you can trade in order for you to pull out the money. That's how that works. So I just passed an evaluation account. They want you to make a $3,000 profit. $3,000 profit. I made that in 3 days on these calls. So now I'm in a position where I moved now to a funded account. So that means that, let's just say I made $1,000 for the next 5 days. Every 5 days I could pull out $5,000. Every 5 days. Every 5 days where I have a profit. So let's say on Monday I make $1,000. Tuesday I make $1,000. Wednesday I lost $500, right? Thursday I make $1,000. Friday I make $1,000. Monday, because you don't trade on the weekend, Monday I make $1,000, right? So I made $5,000, right? And I had one loss. So you don't even need 5 days consecutively to pull out. I'm sorry, you don't even need 5 days consecutively to pull out the $5,000. You just need to have 5 winning days. It doesn't have to be consecutive. So just imagine if you stick with the program, you know, if you decide to stick with the program after that point, that's totally on you. You may be the person that learns really fast. You may have to do some additional research, but I know one thing, by the time you end up with this free opportunity, you could literally be trading by the time it's up and you got it for total, like for free. Right. So there's a lot more that goes into that. You will learn a lot more of that on the call. Like people, it's 200 people on there. So if you get on there and ask, what's the best prop firm to start with? They may say Ninja Trader, Take Profit, Apex, Top Step, you know, and people kind of give their pros and cons for each one of those. So it's a networking opportunity. You get to meet other people. And for me, we've actually started like a group outside of that. So if somebody misses, then, you know, they make sure that they put the trades that he's calling into the separate group chat. So we're all just kind of staying connected, right? So, how do you get it? Please just comment the word trade. All right. So what have you learned with trading? Ooh, I personally love trading. I haven't been this excited in a very long time. So I started teaching myself back in February. And I love it. I wish I had this. I wish I paid for a course. I paid for a course like $750 for a course in the beginning. But I had kind of started diving into it on my own, just even before I paid for the course, just so I'll know, what am I learning? Like, is this really valuable? Did I already know this and learn this? Or is this something I've never even heard of, right? So everybody learns different ways and approaches things different ways, right? So I learned a lot. I learned quite a bit. It's so much that I wouldn't even know where to start. But I have learned a lot. I feel very safe I'm gonna just tell you this. I feel very safe in knowing that I have this skill, because if the market fell and everybody started suffering, I know how to make money. I know how to make money even when the world is falling apart, because the trading is always going to be there. That's the one thing that it's not going anywhere. And real estate, real estate is kind of, I don't think it has anything on trading, but it can. It just depends on your goals, right? But because in real estate, when the market goes down, you got your rich people that come in and swoop homes up, right? It's kind of like the same thing with trading, but it's like on steroids, and it's quick and it's fast, right? So the one thing I can say is that I feel really safe knowing this skill, that when the world falls apart, I know how to make money when the world falling apart. And I really do feel like for those who, I live in Bali, so obviously I get a lot of people that wants to know, like, is trying to find a way to get out of the country. It may not even be Bali, maybe Costa Rica or wherever it may be. This skill, I can go anywhere. You can go anywhere and know how to make money on your own without having to depend on other people, right? So to me, that's why I'm here at 2:00 in the morning on live, because I feel bad going to sleep, not sharing it. Honestly, I'm horrible going to sleep. And I know by me sharing this, a bunch of you guys are going to transmute your entire life financially. It won't be all of you guys, because some people won't stick with it. Some of us are lazy. Some of us aren't willing to put in the work. You're not going to get anywhere you want to be without putting in the work. Everything takes work. But if you put the work in the beginning, it makes things easier in the future, right? So what brokers do you use? I use Top Step. So I use a prop firm. So I don't trade my money. I don't trade my money. I don't want to trade my money. I don't know if I will. I don't know. I can't see that right now. I can't see me trading my money right now. Like, I'd much rather use a prop firm. Because like I said, I paid $49 for a funded account, but once you pass it, you don't have to pay $49 no more. So I only paid $50. And I can literally make that. I'm intending to make $10,000 over the next 2 weeks. That's my intention. Because if we got what, let me see, 14, 10. So we probably got, I would have to make a profit every single day. But even if it spilled over to December, in the next 2 or 3 weeks, I plan on pulling out 5,000 2 times. That's my intention, So once I build up the capital to fund my own account, and once I'm really confident, like extremely confident in the choices that I make with trading, most of the times I'm good, but I'm still, I have weaknesses that I'm still learning. That's why I'm on the calls. I'm on the calls for this reason. I'm trying to figure out his genius and trying to perfect my weaknesses, right? So I don't see me having my own brokerage funded. I don't see me funding my own account until I have capital. Like, I can work $100,000 I can work with. I don't see me. So until then, I'm gonna go with. Oh, and here's the beautiful thing: with prop firms, you can have multiple accounts. So I just got one, but I'm actually about to get 2 more, and I'm gonna tie them together. That way, if I make $1,000 on one account, I'm making $1,000 on the other ones. So picture that. If I go 5 days or 6 days and make $1,000 a day, and I can pull out 5,000, I'm not just pulling out 5,000 from one account. I'm pulling out 5,000 from 3 accounts. Or is this making sense? This was why I'm up at 2:30 and 2:00 in the morning telling y'all this. Okay. I couldn't go to sleep without sharing it. It's too many people out here struggling. It's too many people out here struggling who don't have to struggle if you're willing to put in the work. Okay. So just make sure you comment trade. I don't see any other questions. So do you need 2 computers? You do not need 2 computers. You would be more efficient maybe if you have two computers, but I haven't had two computers yet. But I have seen people, and I do have a goal or intention to have two computers at some point. Or they have like this, my goal is to have this big, they got this big screen, Apple screen computer that kind of come out like this, where it's pretty much like 3 or 4 computers in one. You know, so that's my goal. I don't necessarily need that right now. But once I start getting to the big bucks, it's definitely going to be something I invest in. I heard about trading 5 years ago during COVID, but I never had the funds to invest. I have a trading account just sitting there, but it seems interesting to know about trading. You don't need funds to invest, right? You need $50. That's it. And as a matter of fact, if you're very new to it, it's free. Like everything is free. You can actually simulate and trade on the call and not pay anything. It's just like a simulation account, just to give you the practice. Okay. So that's that. So just comment, the money that you pull out is your money to keep. Absolutely. Oh yeah. Let me tell you, I'm one smart cookie. Okay. It don't take that long. I'm a numbers gal. I am a numbers genius. When people start talking numbers, it be like, doop, 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 and it don't take that long for me to get it. Do something with what I'm telling you right now. Even if you join the call one day and you like, oh, I can't do it, like, that's on you, okay? But at least you did it. At least you tried it, all right? And again, make sure you there on time. It's 8:20 Eastern Standard Time, AM, and 8:20 Eastern Standard Time, PM. And he usually on there for 2 to 3 hours, but show up early, because in the beginning he always asks, do you have any questions before we get started? And I gave the question earlier. If you're very new to it, this is the question verbatim. For I am new to trading. For someone who is new, where should I start? That's the question that you ask, but you got to be courageous enough to ask it in front of 200 people, because there's a lot of people on that call. Okay. So that's that. If you are just comment trade. Even if you just joining me, comment trade, because you missed a bunch of information. And I don't, like, you can either go back, and watch it, but I promise you this is an opportunity you don't want to miss. Comment trade, all right? And I'll send you the information free. Everything is free, and it's no, you got to sign up people and all of that. It's none of that. This is a genuine person, genius in the trading world, giving his genius for free and helping to set you up to make money, and helping to position you to where if the world is falling apart or if the world is thriving, that you can always make money, okay? Boom, that's that. The next thing I wanted to talk about is fasting. So we're switching gears, okay? So I've always been about health and wellness, and I know they're on 2 different spectrums, but they're actually connected. What you don't know is that they're actually connected. The healthier you are, the wealthier you can be, okay? So I talk a lot about fasting because I am a frequent faster. It's a part of my lifestyle. It's something that I embody. And ever since I started talking about it, I don't know, maybe 2-3 years ago, but I've been fasting for 10 years, ever since my near-death experience. Every time I talk about it, people are so drawn to it. And so it made me create a fasting guide, okay? It just talks about the type of fastings you can do, how to properly go into a fast, how to properly break a fast, the benefits of the fast. If you want your hair to grow, your skin to be clear, your muscles to grow, you want to lose weight, if you want to get rid of inflammation in your body, pain in your body, if you want to reset your gut, if you have gut issues, if you want to reset your brain, if you feel like you're clogged and fogged and you want clarity. Like if you want to reset if you're sick, 70% of America is sick. And that's just on the charts. There's a lot of people who are sick and it just hasn't caught up with you yet. If you're trying to reset your immune system, if you're trying to change your whole DNA, okay? I always tell people in communication, or if I'm on one of my information sessions, that I have 3 kids, 20, 16, and 4. And I started fasting 10 years ago. The drastic difference between my 2 older kids and my younger child is mind blowing. Mind blowing. My daughter has never been sick. She's never been sick. She had one fever and she laughed the whole time, maybe for 2 hours when she was 6 months, and she had COVID recently. But with like her immune system, I don't know what kind of immune system she got, but the magic in her system and in her cells is impeccable. That's because before she got here, I had already did a 7-day water fast, which decreased your chances of getting cancer by 70%. I had already did like 3 5-day water fasts, or maybe 2 5-day water fasts, like 4 3-day water fasts, juice fast. I went more plant-based. Not to say plant-based is best for everybody, okay? So I'm not one of those. I'm a holistic practitioner, so I don't. One thing doesn't just work for everybody all the time, okay? So if you're just joining my live, you really want to go back and watch it, because I started with trading. I started with a free resources. So everything it's 2:30 in the morning in Bali, Indonesia right now, and I'm up here talking, giving y'all the secret. I'm up here, I'm plugging y'all in right now because I couldn't go to sleep without telling y'all. I've never been on a IG live at 2 o'clock in the morning in my history, 20-year history of being an entrepreneur, right? So if I'm on here, it's very important. I need y'all to know, because a lot of people are suffering. A lot of people are suffering with it financially, and a lot of people are suffering with their health, okay? And what you don't realize is that your health is blocking you from being aligned with what you're supposed to be experiencing here. A lot of times we think we have to do all of this chasing, not realizing that what's already set up for us is within proximity. It just hasn't materialized yet because it's bouncing off of us because of things that we are carrying that's blocking it, okay? Things that we are doing that's blocking it, right? So this is something that is very important. It's a blessing that you're sharing. Thank you. My pleasure. I want to fast more, but I'm trying to lift weights and was told it will hurt the process. What are your thoughts? I mean, it's not like you're fasting for a year. It's not like you're fasting for a year. Somebody asked me that question the other day, like, should you work out? It really depends on the person. Like, if you're very, very new to fasting, here's the beautiful thing about fasting, y'all. I'm actually guiding my first fasting cohort right now. They're on the 4th day. We just had our meeting after the 3rd day, and the transformation from day 1 to day 3 is magical. I can't wait to share it. And the only reason why I started this up, because I had so many people asking me, can you be my accountability? Like, how much would you charge to be my accountability partner? Like, people want to know more, and it's like a part of my soul assignment. This fasting was birthed from me almost losing my life 11 years ago, right? So it's something that I've embodied for a very long time. So for me, it's just like absolutely normal, but I didn't realize how many people were drawn to it. That's because we're designed to do it. Your soul is telling you that you need something different, right? So it just really just depends on the person. But when you're fasting, your heart rate usually goes up quite a bit. So you're working out already. You burning so many calories while you're fasting is unreal, okay? Your heart rate usually goes up for the first 3 days. And it really just depends on the type of fasting that you're doing. So I usually say you don't really want to do hardcore weights, hardcore like cardio, walking, plyometrics, and using your own body for weights is good. Some light weights, 10, maybe 15, you don't want to strain, right? Because the whole fasting process is about resting. It's about giving your body a break, right? And you got to think, how long are you? It's not like you're going to be fasting for 30 days or for a year, right? So you're really not missing that much if you're already like a hardcore weightlifter, right? And actually, growth hormones help you build muscle and help you keep it for a longer period of time, right? So yeah, so I wouldn't do any heavy weights. To answer your question, I definitely wouldn't do any heavy weights while you are fasting. But so I do have a free guide and I give you tips about that. So a couple of the tips, secrets, for women, it's best to fast during the first, during the first 5-10 days of your menstrual. So from the day that you come on the menstrual, that's the perfect day to start fasting, because your estrogen is really, really high, and your estrogen is your friend. Your estrogen, you and your estrogen are BFFs, okay? Y'all tight. About 14 days from that first day of your menstrual, that's when progesterone kick in. Progesterone not messing with you. This is why a lot of us have mood swings. Progesterone want the potatoes, want the bread. And if you don't give it what it wants, you're going to have a problem. It's going to be ready to fight you, right? So it's just easier hormonally to do it in the beginning of your menstrual, the first half of the menstrual. Or else you can cause some your cortisol to rise, which is a stress hormone. And you don't really want that, because then that causes other issues, right? Not to say you absolutely can't do it. I'm saying it's just best to do it, right? When you are in the beginning of your menstrual. It's not best to be in the sun. It's not best to be in the sun when you are fasting. I'm going to give you a story really quick. When I did my 7-day dry fast, my son was a senior in high school. He had made it to the championships in track. He ran track. He made it to the state championship. I absolutely wasn't going to miss that, right? It's May. It's hot in St. Louis. I went out there. I'm covered. I have an umbrella and everything. It didn't matter. The sun, it was too hot. The sun, when I tell you, my heart rate shot up so fast, and as if I was running a marathon. So I did a 7-day dry fast, but up until that point, flawless, like perfect, easier than a water fast. But that's because I've done 14 water fasts already. I'm already experienced in that, right? And my body was calling for a dry fast. So we could talk. I don't think I touch on dry fast in the book, but I do let you know that it is an option. But I typically don't talk about that, because that's another level of healing. It's another level, okay? And I would never put anybody in that position, because there's so many precautions that you have to take in order to safely do that. But my heart rate had shot up so fast that I had to break the fast probably 2 hours before the official 7-day was up. I had to break it. I had to get on like Uber, and I had to order like a pair. Like I was so thrown off by it, and I wasn't ready for it. And I had to order I ordered some pears. You always want to break your fast. This is another secret. You always want to break your fast with low glycemic index foods. When you break a fast, like an extended fast, you don't want to break it with solids anyway, right? Or if you break with a solid, it has to be a fruit, and it has to be a low glycemic index fruit. Pear, apple, plum, peaches are the best ones to break it with, and you got to make sure you chew it a million times. I'm being dramatic, but you gotta chew it a lot, okay? So your digestive system doesn't have to work so hard to break it down, right? So I talk about these things in the guide. So if you comment fast, you get that for free, okay? You get the guide for free, all right? Comment trade. If you're interested in learning how to trade, comment trade. I send you the link to sign up. And I send you the times for the meeting every morning, every night in November. 2-3 hours. You don't have to be on there that long. Hey, Rita Walker. You don't have to be on there that long, because usually we making money in the first hour. And then after that, it's networking or more education, questions. It's everything. I wouldn't be on here at 2 o'clock in the morning if it wasn't everything, okay? So please do not comment trade and do not sign up. Sign up as soon as you get the link. As soon as we get off this line, sign up and get your spot and get on it. What's this? It's morning there. Get on this evening. Get on this evening at 8:20 Eastern Standard Time, PM. And just drop in there. No pressure. Don't have, come with no expectation. There's no pressure for you to do anything, but just observe. I observed for 2 days before I did anything. Right? The question, if you're a newbie, I gave the question earlier. Be on time. Because the first thing he asks is, do you have any questions before we get started? Every meeting. Does anybody have any questions before we get started? And there's your opportunity for a newbie who is just learning how to trade. Where should I start? He already gives you a course when you sign up also. Okay, you get a course with that where he has a video, Trading for Beginners. It's 2 hours long. That's a great place to start. Okay, so comment trading for that. Comment fast if you want the free fasting guide. I'm gonna also let you know when you comment fast and get the free fasting guide, I invite you to my information session that I do once a month on fasting. Now that's a whole nother, like the guide gives you the practical things that you need to know how to fast, but the information session take it to a whole other level. Everybody really not ready for their life to change. That's okay. That's okay. I understand my soul assignment. I'm not looking, this is not something to glamorize. I'm not looking to sell it. I don't sell fasting. That's not something that I sell, okay? It's something that I attract. So whoever's soul is aligned with my soul assignment, you will be on the call. And once you get on that call, your whole mind is going to shift and shock the mess out of you, because you're going to realize that you're not in control of your life on no level. You think that you are, but you're really not, because food is, you're addicted to food. It's a drug. It's literally a drug, and you have an addiction, literally. But we'll talk about that on the information session. Okay, so I just wanted to hop on here. I told you guys I was not going to be here long. If you are just joining me now, make sure to comment trade. You missed the live. You can always go back. You can always go back and watch it. I will highly recommend going back and watching it. It's something that can change your life and change your pockets for free. For free. Okay? I wouldn't be on here at 2 o'clock in the morning if I didn't think it was worth it. I couldn't even go to sleep without telling y'all. All right? And like I said in the beginning, I am not a gatekeeper. Once I see, and the people that know me, they'll tell you. They will tell you, I'm always helping people. If I see something that's a gold mine, I'm going to share it. But I'm not going to want more for you than what you want for yourself. I'm never going to do that. So I will leave you. I will leave you behind, respectfully. Okay? So I say that to say I'm giving you the seeds, but whatever you do with it is what you do with it. I'm not invested in what you do with it. But if you decide to go with it, then we on another frequency, okay? Did you discuss hair issues in your information session? Yes. Absolutely. Because fasting helps your hair. I've been talking about that for so long. The growth hormones that you produce on your own when you fast, like people paying thousands of dollars for growth hormones, fake ones, when you can fast for 13, 15 hours and create them on your own. Now, I'm not going to say if you just do that one time that it's going to be transformational. No, you have to embody this process. And it will also help with other things as well. So yeah, I break all of that down. Thank you. I'm going through menopause, so I need help. Let me see. All of the women that are in my fasting program right now, so we're on day 4. They all have menopause issues, and they all, like, everything is changing for them. Like, breakthrough. On the 3rd day, breakthrough. Boom. It's usually the 3rd day, too. 3rd or 4th day. You don't even recognize yourself. You don't even recognize yourself. And I had to share with them today. One of the messages I had to tell them today is when you start learning how to fast, you don't see the world like most people see it. You got to realize that when you fast, you're doing something that most people are not willing to do and will not ever do. Majority of people. It takes a certain type of discipline and grit to want to get on the other side of where you are right now. Everybody don't got that. They think they got it. They don't have it. So when you start fasting, everything start clearing up. You see things way different. And it's so fulfilling and exciting, and you want everybody else to see and feel what you feel, and you're going to be disappointed because everybody's not going to be ready. Most people will not be ready. So you got to learn how to embody the process. Of course, speak about it naturally, but do not expect other people to be on the frequency that you are on. It's not going to work like that. In fact, there may be cases where you have to cut people off because you're vibrating so high that even having certain people in your space just bring you down, and your body is sensitive to it. Once you fast, you activate your body's genius and intelligence. Your body start remembering who the you are, single-handedly, and it don't even take like you're forcing your way through things and chasing and doing all. You don't even have to do it. Like your body starts taking control. Different level, different ball game, and everybody's not ready. And don't ever think that I'm here trying to sell you on it. If you do it or not, that's on you. I've been doing it for 11 years. It changed my life. Changed. No, I'm not even going to say changed. I'm going to say saved. Saved my life. Saved my life. There is nothing that I'm not prepared for that I don't feel like I can handle. I'm clear. I'm emotionally stable and regulated. The amount of love in my heart is impeccable. I'm 43 years old with 3 whole kids. You would never know. People, when I say 3 kids, they be like, oh, what? Yes, 20, 16, and 4. Okay, I feel better than I've ever felt my entire life at 43. How old am I? 42 or 43? I think I'm 42. What's this year? 25? I don't know. I get confused. It don't matter because it don't feel like it. Okay? It don't matter. That's how I feel, right? So yeah, not only that, you go through things in life. Like, I feel like our biggest problems is that we feel like we shouldn't have problems, but problems actually propel you. So, I feel like, when you fast, you see clearer. You don't see problems as problems. You see problems as opportunities to evolve and grow. Everything just changes. Everything. And it may not change in that one fast, but you're going to notice that you're always evolving with it, is what I'm saying. So every time I fast, I just grow. I just evolve. It just, more things unlock. I unlock the genius in me. I unlock the power in me every time I do it. So it's a spiritual thing. It's a mental thing. It's an emotional thing. Like, it's a physical thing. It's a holistic thing. And that's my thing. I'm a holistic practitioner, but I've always been into holistic health. I don't believe that it's just one thing. Most people think it's just the physical body. No. Your physical body affects your emotional body. Your emotional body affects your mental. Your mental affects your spiritual. It's all connected. It's all connected. So what is that one thing that you can do that if you did that one thing, it's going to help everything else? Fasting. And then, if I had to incorporate something else, it's breath work. So I teach them that too. And that's even been life-changing. So day trading. But you can day trade crypto also. Somebody asked, am I talking about day trading or crypto? I'm talking about day trading, but you could day trade gold, bonds, crypto, indexes like NASDAQ and S&P 500, and everything is traded in a day. You learn all of that. So our focus on the calls that I've noticed has been NASDAQ, S&P 500, gold, and bonds. Those are the 4 areas that we are mastering right now. Because when you realize when you get into it, you don't want to do too much. It can be distracting when you're trading. So you want to find a few strategies that you can use on 1 to 2 indexes, or bond, or gold, or crypto. Like, you want to find your sweet spot. So that's something that you have to learn. My sweet spot is NASDAQ, I have 2 strategies that I use, and I usually trade in the morning. I'm learning how to trade in the evening now. I don't really like it because I like a lot of activity. And I don't be feeling like it don't be a lot of activity during the Tokyo session, but it be activity. And if you like to scalp, like to get in here and get out here, I don't really like that. I like to get in here and I like to draw. I like to go long, long or high. I like to make big money as long as I can manage the risk. I'm not willing to risk big money to make big money. I'm only willing to risk $200 to make $1,000, if that makes sense. Okay, so do you think fasting is more beneficial? Absolutely. Than detoxing? Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh yeah. But detoxing is good and detoxing is beneficial. But there is nothing like fasting. There is absolutely nothing that would beat fasting. Nothing. And if you come to my information session or get my guide and you just kind of start reading upon it and doing like your research on it, you'll learn that. You'll definitely learn that. Fasting eats up every single thing that does not belong in your body. Eats it up. Everything. Transforms your cells, like your DNA. Like you get new DNA. So when we talk about epigenetics, and that's something I talked about on the call, epigenetics, bad trash cells being passed down from your parents and their parents and their parents up to 14 generations. If you do something different now, like with my daughter, I passed down some gold like cells, like some magical cells to my daughter. I passed down some magical, I can see the difference. That little girl has some type of supernatural, magical, she's never been sick. She's 4. Absolutely. Oh, those parasites don't stand a chance with fasting. So in my guide, I kind of break down, okay, the time frame and the benefits. Like if you fast for 13, 15 hours, which is feasible for a lot of people, you reduce inflammation, growth hormones, different benefits. If you fast for this long, then we start talking about autophagy. If you fast for this long, we start talking about gut health. If you fast for this long, we start talking about fats. Because even though some of us aesthetically may not like the weight on us, we're not even understanding that we have a bunch of fat cells in our body. Even if you're not on a bigger, even if you're not bigger, you have a bunch of fat cells in your body that have disease in them. Disease. Sitting in there waiting to thrive. You don't even have to be bigger to have that. All of us got that. Just disease sitting there waiting, posted, waiting on the best opportunity, waiting on you to be stressed, waiting to see how long you're going to hold those emotions in that need to be released. Yeah. Waiting to see how long you're going to keep putting trash in your body. Just waiting. 70% of America is sick. So, you just joining, baby, you missed a lot. I highly recommend going back to watching. Whoever's here, it's not by mistake. I'm at the point where I'm not even attracting people that's not aligned. And I'm okay with that. I'm good with that. I see what's going on. I've been seeing for a while. I'm not even attracting people that's not aligned. So if you hear it's not by mistake, and the seed that I'm planting is not by mistake. I'm really hoping that you guys do something with it. Or are we talking about water fast? We're talking about all fasting. We're talking about all fasting. We're talking about water fasting, dry fasting, intermittent fasting, just restricting from eating foods in general. So this doesn't include like a juice fast. This doesn't include that. But I do put that in the book. So comment fast if you want my Fasting for Freedom guide. I really just want you to be free, y'all. And we are addicted to food, but we just see it as food, but it's really drugs. Drugs in the food. chemicals in the food. And the brain does not know the difference. The frontal lobe, your frontal cortex does not know the difference between heroin, crack, alcohol, and food. The trash foods that we put in our body. This is a fact. It doesn't know. So all your decision making and regulation, you don't have any control over it. And if you got a little bit of control, you fighting for the control. You're fighting for it. I know, I've been there. I had to free myself from that. I'm not addicted to food anymore. It's just not even possible at this point. I eat one time a day, and a fruit or a smoothie, and I'm not hungry or starving. That's how we still have the genetic makeup of the people who came before us. It's going to take another 2,000 years for the genetic makeup to change. Our bodies are not conditioned to eat as much as we do, much less the trash that we eat, y'all. I just want y'all to be free. This is my only reason for doing this. I want you to be free. I want you to understand, become really aware of what's happening, what's going on first, though. Because even in our church, in religion, in our religions, they say fast, but nobody understands what's really going on. Fasting is a spiritual thing. We're spiritual beings having human experiences, but we can't ignore the human experience. We can't ignore the human experience. So my belief is that just based on what I know, what I've experienced, what I've seen, I've helped a lot of people fast. And I have my first official program right now, going on right now. They're on day 4. And on third day, breakthrough. Totally different people. And I mean breakthrough. I can't even describe this breakthrough. I'm thankful. I'm honored that they trusted me to walk them through this process. Because them women are changed forever. I know it. Because I've been seeing it I've been helping people for a long time, but not in a systematic way. Them women are changed forever. Just from that day, I know it. I have no doubts. Fasting is very powerful. And I just feel like if you understand what's happening during the fast, you can magnetize it a heck of a lot better. Okay? It's a holistic approach. It's a holistic experience. That means spiritual, physical, mental, and emotional experience. Okay? All of you are going to benefit in all of those areas of your life. This is why you transform. This is why you transmute into somebody you probably wouldn't even recognize if it's done right. You know what I mean? So that's it. Will you have another cohort for fast? Absolutely. I believe so. Yeah, I'm doing it now. I want to see how from what this looks like. This is going to change a lot of people's lives. So I just have to make sure that I'm grounded, that I take care of myself in order to, to make sure. Because right now it's a smaller group. And I have to kind of determine how many people I can take at one time. But I do my information sessions one time a month. So I only have enrollment for this one time a month. The next one is like December 2nd or something like that. After Thanksgiving. Which would be a great time to get into it. Because we already know why. Just listening to you makes me feel emotional. What I witnessed today... yeah, that was magical. That was beautiful. That was definitely spiritual. And I'm thankful I can create a safe space for such healing in that way. So I was really moved by that. Hey, Mr. Spread Love One, y'all need look into his retreats. He does follow him. He does some really beautiful retreats. I got the pleasure of visiting one of them. And we did it was like a game night. And it was very interesting. I learned a lot. But yeah, so that's all I came to talk about, you guys, today. Hopefully you got a lot of value from it. Hopefully you take the seed, you grow it into a tree. I have no doubt. I know it's a reason why I'm supposed to be on here at 2 o'clock in the morning. I ain't never been on alive at 2 a.m. in the morning, 2:30 a.m. in the morning. But I couldn't go to sleep unless I shared it. And I'm going to repeat this one more time. I am never going to gatekeep. When I see an opportunity where I know that it will propel you, your health, or your wealth, I'm going to share it. But it's up to you to do something with it. I will leave you behind because you have to want for you more than I want for you. That's actually something I had to let go. Wanting for people more than what they want from themselves is draining. I'm never going to do that again. You have to want for you more than what you want for yourself. And what I just gave you, the 2 resources I just gave you, is the most beneficial and valuable resources that you're going to run across all week. Probably forever, because they're life-changing. Could save your life and your quality of life. Okay, y'all? So, yes, you have the right concept. Just listening, thank you. Just listen to makes have me feeling emotional. Yes, thank you. Fast. I need to increase my wealth. Did you comment trade? And make sure you sign up. Make sure I ain't gonna tell you how I feel if you don't. I'm not gonna tell you how I feel about you if you don't. Now, trading may not be for everybody, but for me, there's gonna be some things you taught as a kid. There's some things that you're gonna do that you may not necessarily love doing, but does it make sense for your life? Right? Does it make sense for your life? And I told you, there's not many things that you can make money on if the world is doing great and if the world is doing bad. Tighten up the screw. Tighten up the screw. Be open to learning. Just put in a little bit of work. Pace yourself. Put in an hour a day, 30 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, anything, because the world is going to change. I'm telling you, I'm a strategic foresight thinker. The world has already changed, but it's going to change in a way that people are going to wake up and you're not going to know what hit you, and it's going to hit you hard. You need skills. You need skills, and you do not need everything in one basket. You do not need everything in one basket. You need to make yourself marketable. You need to learn how to do things where you do not have to depend on other people to do them. Now. Right now. Do what you want with it. Do what you want with it. But, you know, real estate could be another thing, but you need a lot of money to get in real estate. This is free. And I told you about the combine where you can trade other people's money. I paid $49. I had to make a $3,000 profit, which was easy being on the trading calls. And now I'm in a position where I can pull out $5,000 every 5 days because I passed it. And I don't have to pay the $49 again. I gave it to y'all. I gave it to y'all. You can do something with it or you cannot. It's not you gotta sell people and try to, it's not that. It's just this man is genuinely lending out his trading genius to you and to me. That's it. He doesn't even talk about selling. And he doesn't, people try to ask him about his course on the call. He like, I'm not trying to sell y'all. I'm committed and dedicated to giving you guys the tools that you need to take control of your life and empower your life. He doesn't need anything from you, okay? So I know a lot of people are hesitant. What do they need? What's the investment? Well, how much you got to pay? Free. There is no excuse. Excuses are the tools of the incompetent used to build monuments of nothingness and bridges to nowhere. And those who use them seldom amount to anything. At least you can do is just sign up and just hop on and listen. And if it resonates with you, lock in. Lock in for the next 2 weeks. You got 2 weeks to take advantage of this man's genius. And he tells you to ask any questions that you want at any point. But you want to be there on time because the first thing he asks is, are there any questions before we get started? That is your cue, especially if you're new to it. And I gave y'all a question earlier. As a beginner trader, where should I start? And he has a free course with a 2-hour video beginning traders that you get for free also. Okay. So, thank you guys for hanging with me. I feel better now. I feel good. I couldn't go to sleep. I literally could not relax without jumping on a live. And I've never been on a live at 3 o'clock in the morning, ever. It's 3 o'clock in the morning where I am in Bali. It's probably about either 1:44 p.m. or 12:44 p.m. or like 11:44 a.m. where you guys are right now. So that lets you know. And I got to get up in the morning and work out. So that lets you know this was something serious that I wanted to share. Okay, so thank you for spending time with me. I am honored as always. Hey, Priority Meal. Thank you from everyone in my house listening. Oh, look at that. That was very smart. I hope y'all jump on it. And I'll see y'all in the trade room, or I'll see y'all on my fasting information session. Whichever one, I'm honored. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's take it to a whole nother level. It's time. How long have you been trading? And have you seen an increase in your wealth from it? I've been training. I started teaching myself trading. When did I start teaching myself? I started teaching myself in February. But here's the thing. It took me longer because I didn't have this. What I'm sharing with y'all, I didn't have that. I didn't have that at all. So I was a beginner, and I was like on YouTube, and I actually invested like $600 or $750 into a course. I paid for a course. So I started teaching myself first. That took a couple months, and then I got the course. That took a couple months, 2 months, and then I started simulating. Which means that you can watch the market, you can take a trade, but you're not paying for anything. It's just like practice, right? But it's in real form, but it's practice. So I did that for 2 months, and then I back tested. So I learned my strategies. I decided what strategies I was going to use, that I was drawn to, and I went back in the market. So I went to, like, if it's June, so let's say right now it's November. So I was able to go back in June and test out the strategy and kind of, take notes on it to see, did it work? Did it not work? So I would take the strategy like 10 times, June 1st, June to June 30th. So I'll do it for like 30 days, and then I'll see, okay, did I win? Did I lose? What's the percentage? What's the win rate? Okay, so it's 80% win rate. I like this strategy because I tested it during a real time, right? So that's kind of how I did it. If you may want to join my subscription, because I'm on a new level with it right now, especially because I have this opportunity. I'm new to the opportunity too. I went in there the first 2 days and I just watched and I observed. And then once I decided, I committed, and I made $1,000 every day. Well, $1,000, and then it was 4 days. I made $1,000. The second day I had a loss because I was distracted with my daughter. It was a whole bunch of stuff. I didn't have a loss. I didn't end with a loss though. I had some losses on my trade, but ultimately I ended up having a profit, like a $400 profit. I was cool with that because I was negative like 500, 600. So I made 1,000 and ended up with positive 400. And then today I made 1,000. So, and I was able to pass the combine. So now I'm here now. So no, it hasn't brought any wealth yet because I've been training and teaching myself. And I've taken a few breaks, in the process too. But I did it on my own. It's nothing like being in a room with 200 people, half of them who trade already, and the coach of the room being a genius. Nothing like that. Because before I take a trade, I can say, hey, Jay, what you think about this trade? I'm about to enter on the downside. He'll say, nah, don't enter right there. Or he'll say, that's a good shot, Magic. He called me Magic. That's a good shot, Magic. Go for it. Boom. And it's crazy how his mind works, because he can go off and, because we're looking at two different indexes. bonds and gold, and he'll go off because I only trade NASDAQ. I'll stick to NASDAQ. So he'll be helping other people with gold or the bonds and stuff like that, and then he'll come back out of nowhere like magic. Did you close? Are you still in it? Okay, stick in there with it. You know what I mean? And not only that, you may want to watch my story. I got a video. This man will, before he dismisses, because he's on there for 2 or 3 hours. The first hour is the trading. After that, it's just networking, education, asking questions. Crazy. I don't know what kind of superhuman he is to commit to this, but he doing it, and he takes pride in it. He loves it. But before it's time to dismiss, he'll say, let me tell y'all this. He'll say, is anybody in the red? Which means, did anybody lose money? And you may have 2 or 3 people that say, yeah, I lost 300. Okay, I lost 600 or less 400. He'll say, okay, let's go. He's supposed to be off the call. He's supposed to be gone. But he can't allow people to leave the call not making money. He does not feel good about people leaving the call in the negative, in the red. So he'll say, okay, let's go. Let's call another shot. Boom. It happened today. A young lady was negative 700. She wasn't listening. You only going to be negative if you don't listen to him. Sometimes he move a little fast though. So it has been taking me a little bit. I've been on there for 5 days. I started actively trading 3-4 days ago. So it's taken me a little bit to kind of learn his flow, learn his style, you know. So I get it, right? It seems a little fast in the beginning, but you will get it at some point. So sometimes she'll miss it, or she just won't listen. She may do something different. Her or somebody else, it just really depends. And she lost, and he was like, okay, I'm gonna get your money back. Made a $3,000 call. A $3,000 call. And so what happened was 50 other people, he was helping her, but 50 other people took advantage. So that's what I mean when I say this is a whole nother, I always knew and felt like, okay, I wanted a group, because I always feel like more minds is better than one mind, right? I already proven to myself that I can do it. I'm really like a beast. But I do have a few weaknesses that I'm trying to, because it's not just a practical thing. It's like a mental thing also. Right? So y'all may want to join my subscription. I don't know if it's in here or not, but because I'm kind of, I talk a lot. I'm in it, and it's exciting to me. I like it. I really like it. It's really exciting. I haven't been excited in a very, very long time. It's not that exciting when you lose, right? But that's where the mental part comes in. Like, not lose, but like, yeah, lose or take a loss on a trade. You may take 9 trades, all of them won't be a loss, right? But you will have some losing days. That is okay. That is the name of the game, because you will never know. All you can do is based on experience, strategy, on what the market is going to do. But he is a genius. He didn't call, I'm talking about every day he calling 8,000, 5,000, 6,000, like a day. So if you actually listen to them, this is the money that you're making every day, right? But I like it. I really like it. And it's really exciting to me. It's really, really exciting to me. It's really exciting to me. And I feel safe knowing that I have a skill that I can go anywhere in the world and I could make money. And I have a skill that if something happened with the economy, goes up or down, I can make money on the economy going down. I can make money on the economy going up. To me, there is no other skill that I can think of that's going to beat that. If I had to throw some things out there, real estate and trades, like electricians, plumbing, like those type of services. If you got kids and sons, I would be recommending them to take up that trade. I'm telling y'all don't want to wake up and be hit in the gut when the world changes, because it's going to happen real fast. It's already been changing, but we haven't hit the worst part yet. And you don't want to wake up and you lose everything, or you feel vulnerable, then you get stressed, and then everything just starts spiraling, right? So again, I'm a strategic foresight thinker. So when I feel like things are going to be changed, I'm typically ahead of the change, typically, right? It's only one situation where I wasn't, and it's a touchy subject, and it's a reason why though. There's a reason why. There's a spiritual reason beyond. I wasn't supposed to be, you know what I mean, in control of that, right? So, but usually I'm ahead of it. So hopefully y'all take advantage. If you want to learn how to trade in, comment trade. If you want to learn more about fasting, comment fast, and let's get to it. I got a feeling that it was meant for me to come on here today, and that either some of y'all gonna be rich, or some of y'all gonna be healthy, or some of y'all gonna be both. Right? Life gonna change. You're gonna be not just healthy, but be more aligned and enjoy your life a lot better. That's my intention. That's the reason. I would love to see that. I would love to hear that or see that from being on this particular call right now. So again, thank you guys. I've been on here for way longer than I thought, but hopefully you guys got some value. Hopefully you're feeling excited. Thank you so much, Killix0x0. I didn't get the fasting resources either. Can you message me, L'Oreal Smith? Oh, you know what? It had went down one time. So if you message me, there's an automatic link. So if you DM me, there's an automatic link for you to get. Where you can click on it and you get access to it. But if you had like commented fast on a post, there was a point in time where it was down. I didn't realize it was down, but it's corrected now. Okay. Yeah, Regal_AB. Just message me and it'll automatically be sent to you, and then you can click it from there. Okay. All right, you guys. Have a great day. It's day for you. Have a great day. I'm about to go to sleep now. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.